Tim Sweeney of Epic Games has been an outspoken little fella as of late. Most of the time he's been saying some pretty harsh criticisms of the Windows 10 UWP thing. And yesterday he had an interview with Glixel, which of course will be linked in the description below. And this time he spoke about a variety of things. And what I want to focus on today is his thoughts on the console market and how the console market is going through a downturn, and even went so far as to say that youngsters just aren't that much into consoles, which is a bold claim, it must be said. However, he said, quote, "All of the retail console sales data this holiday season indicated that the console market is going through a really significant downturn. I don't think it's seasonal. I think what we're really facing is that young new gamers aren't going into consoles, and so this audience of increasingly aged gamers, like a lot of us at Epic, who are sticking with it, but some are dropping out. Ultimately, the games that you can get and watch continually improve over the course of many years, and are far more engaging and reliable than this model of releasing a new game every Christmas and trying to convince everybody to buy it again. It's going to be a real task for the colossal industry giants who are currently retail console developers and publishers to make the transition. I'm very thankful at Epic we recognised this coming about 4 years ago, and now have Paragon operating and Fortnite coming soon and other projects in the works. It will be very hard for a company with a team of 1,000 people releasing new editions of a game every year to transition out of that and into a new model completely." Now, unfortunately, the MPD Group, who are one of the better sources for a proper picture of how the games industry in general did, have not yet released their sales figures for the month of December that I can find. However, we do of course have their report for November of 2016, and they did show a decrease in video game hardware sales of 35% from 1.12 billion last year to 723.8 million this year, and software also saw a decrease of 18% from 1.17 billion last year to 955.2 million this year. However, that was attributed somewhat to the strong release we had this last year, 2016, that's a bit confusing, compared to 2015, and of course the games on offer this year perhaps weren't as strong, which led to the decline in software. However, the decline in hardware is a little bit surprising when you consider that, hey, the PS4 Pro had just released, the Xbox One S was still, going on a tear. Of course, that was the machine that finally led Microsoft on a 4-month streak over PlayStation 4. So, while this isn't by no means damning, it does perhaps lend some credence to his report. However, for a more complete picture of the entire year, there is a report from Newzoo, linked in the description below, which does show a small growth in North America at least. We have estimated revenues of 25.4 billion in 2016, which is a year-over-year growth rate of 4.1%. However, do keep in mind that they are counting smartphone, tablet, handheld, as well as like PC games and casual web games and consoles and all that good stuff. So we're not just talking consoles here, we're talking about the entire games market, but still it is again another look at how the gaming industry actually did in the year of 2016. However, moving on from that, Sweeney also says that young gamers are leaning more towards PC gaming, and we have seen a growth in PC gaming over the last few years. And he said, quote, "Young people are growing up in mobile. They're playing games in different ways, usually shorter play sessions spread throughout the day. It's not the kind of experience where you sit down for hours and play a game. And the gamers are getting into that, moving more and more into PC, I think. PC is becoming a more convenient way of playing, and also these PC-centric games that operated continually are becoming a bigger and bigger factor in hardcore gaming. League of Legends, Dota, Overwatch. Another factor is that laptops don't suck for gaming anymore. They're actually pretty good. It's a much more mobile device than a console that is always tethered to a TV. What percentage of people have exclusive control of a TV all to themselves? If you're in a family, you'll probably have competition with other people. A PC, by default, is yours." Now, things that he didn't really touch on in this particular segment here is, of course, the fact that consoles are becoming more and more PC-like in terms of the amount of effort required. Say back in the PS2 era, and of course the Xbox original era, it was just a case of, hey, you pop the game in, it runs, cool, 100% more efficient than going on a PC, assuming of course you have the hardware, downloading it, make sure you have to tweak the settings, maybe have to download an update, all of this. And now, of course, I could be describing a console with that way. It's not just pop the disc in and go. It's no longer plug and play, which is one of the main advantages of a console, and the fact that, of course, it works out the box. You don't have to worry about the hardware as such, which is obviously one of the other main advantages. But one of them was the ability to just pop the disc in and away you go, and of course that is just no longer the case. So perhaps that's the reason that he's seeing something here with the downturn in the console market. But still, some very interesting comments from Tim Sweeney. He did discuss some other stuff in the interview with Glixel, so I suggest you look in the description below, as that and the reports from Newzoo will be linked for your perusal. Thank you very much for watching. Your support is highly appreciated. Do remember to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It does help out a great deal, and I'll see you next time.